Hello there, beauties. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm Naturally Liz, and on this channel, I talk about all things beautiful, especially fragrances. Whether this is your first time watching or you return. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I truly do appreciate you. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you my thoughts on Kayali's newest fragrance collection, Oudgasm. Ooh, that name. So if you guys are interested in hearing what I have, or you just want to hang out with moi, then keep on watching. Before we get into the video, guys, I always start my videos off with an affirmation, but today, instead of an affirmation, I just want to challenge everyone in this upcoming holiday season. Maybe not holiday season for everyone, but in this upcoming season, search your hearts on something that you are thankful for. And I don't mean the obvious. I'm thankful for my job. I'm thankful for my health. I'm asking for something a little more deeper, something that you may take for granted sometimes. You know, as like for me, I'm thankful that I can get out of bed without a second thought. I work in a hospital, so not everybody can do that. Just wanted to give you guys a little challenge. Now on to the video. So you guys, Mona has done it again. She's dropped 4 fragrances for us at one time from her collection that she calls Oudgasm. And she named it Oudgasm because she said perfumes bring us pleasure. And I don't know about you guys, but perfume definitely brings me pleasure. The fragrances in this collection consist of rose oud, tobacco oud, vanilla oud, cafe oud. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to give you my thoughts on each fragrance, from the one that I like the least to the one I love the most. I do want to tell you guys, I like all these fragrances. I think that she did an amazing job with each and every one of them. But of course, some stood out more than others. Now, before I get into it, why don't you drop down in the comments which fragrance do you think is my favorite? I'm curious to see what you guys think. The one thing I always love about Kayali is the packaging of the fragrances. They come in these really cute bottles, and the boxes were nice too. So this is what the box looks like, and on the back it has all the notes of the fragrance. So we're going to start with the fragrance that came in number 4 for me, and that's Rose Oud. I really like this fragrance. It's not a love, but it's very strong like. Let me read the notes. Lemon, geranium, Bulgarian rose, vanilla, Madagascar, cashmere wood, and oud. So this fragrance for me opens up with a very beautiful, fresh, citrusy lemon fragrance. And it's followed by that rose, and it has geranium. As this fragrance dries down, the lemon it smells clean and a little soapy to me, which I really liked about the fragrance. And then you get the oud in here, and you get the cashmere wood, and you get the vanilla, and it just made it this very beautiful, fun, flirty, feminine leaning fragrance. I really did enjoy this fragrance. I think it's beautiful. This is a fragrance for me personally that I would wear to brunch or lunch with my friends, or a bridal shower, or church. That's what I'm getting for this fragrance. I just think it's a very nice, pleasant fragrance to wear. For me, it didn't stand out for my taste as much as the other ones, but I still think that is a beautiful scent. If you like rose fragrances, I definitely suggest getting your hands on these. Don't let the name oud scare you from any of these fragrances, because I don't feel like the oud is overpowering. Oud is a hit or miss for me, but I can tell you all these fragrances are beautiful, oud, beginner-friendly fragrances. So you guys, it was really hard for me to decide which fragrance was number 3 and which fragrance was going to be number 2. And that is because I've smelled these fragrances on more than one occasion. I've worn these fragrances. I've been playing around with them. I really wanted to give you guys a good review instead of just a one and done wear. So as I was doing that, the smell of these fragrances evolved. And I was like, wait a minute, this smells different from the first day I smelled it. So it was a battle, very close for the number 2 spot. And it could change if I get a full bottle. So coming in at number 3 is the fragrance that I almost purchased a full bottle of. I looked at the notes. I said, this one is for me. This is the one I'm going to buy. But number 1, I'm trying not to be impulsive and test fragrances if I can before I purchase them. And number two, I just said, why not just see what all of them smell like? Get the small bottle. You know you want to smell all of them, so that's what I did. So coming in at number three, and this was so close, you guys, but I've made my final decision last night. It could change next week. Cafe Oud 19. I know. That is so surprising to me. I just knew this was going to be my number one. But let me tell you guys, first of all, if you don't like coffee, do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Just keep going, because this fragrance is not going to be for you. This is a very strong coffee fragrance. It opens up with this spicy, dark, roasted, robust smelling coffee. That's what I get. It almost smells like there's mocha in here too, but it's nowhere listed in the notes. But I swear, maybe it's a phantom note I'm picking up on. I get that slight mocha note in here. It's followed by this beautiful rose geranium combo. And let me tell you guys, day one when I smelled this fragrance, I got the coffee, but when the rose and geranium hit me, I said, oh my gosh, this smells like Fenty. And I don't know if anyone else has said that, because I haven't watched a lot of reviews on this fragrance, but it smells like Fenty minus the blueberry and the tangerine, but a more toned down version. To me, Fenty can be off-putting. It's a little strong, but this was just done to perfection. It's like, mwah. Chef's kiss. I love how this smells. And that's just the opening, y'all. We haven't even gotten to the dry down with the vanilla and the white musk and the oud. Woof. The oud is not real strong in any of these fragrances, where I would say if you don't like oud, stay away from these fragrances. I still feel like they're all oud beginner friendly. The dry down of this fragrance reminds me of Vanilla Royale by Kayali. So I got Fenty in here, I got Vanilla Royale, I got coffee, but you guys, all of that together, beautifully blended, just makes for a very sexy, alluring fragrance. I love it. I love it. This is something I would wear on a date night where I'm just trying to be cute and sexy. Or if I was going on some type of fall, winter, outdoor event, I would wear it, because I just feel like it would just be so perfect in the cold weather. It is just such an exquisite fragrance. You can tell I love it, right? Absolutely love it. So that's in the number three spot, Cafe Oud 19. Okay, so that only leaves two for number two and number one. And coming in at number two, you guys, this fragrance, baby, Vanilla Oud 36. Let me read the notes for you guys. It has vanilla sugar, praline, saffron, white musk, oak moss, and oud. This fragrance, oh my gosh. When I first smelled this fragrance, I said, oh, it's cute. She cute. It smells like vanilla cake. I wasn't excited about it. It smelled like vanilla fragrances that I've smelled. Saffron wasn't really there. It was there, but it wasn't strong for me. Now, when the dry down came, I said, oh my gosh, this is nice. It has this, even though I didn't mention it, it has cashmere wood in the dry down and a white musk and vanilla. It was intoxicating, and I love the smell of cashmere wood. So I was like, oh my gosh, this is heaven in a bottle. This is beautiful. I really did like it. But you guys, the second time I smelled this fragrance, I said, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. The saffron. That saffron was coming through, and she wasn't playing. It's not super loud, but it's there, and it smells really good. It almost gives me, I smell a little leather going on with it. Just absolutely beautiful. So this fragrance went from being like a sweet vanilla cake to very sugary sweet vanilla, but not like granulated sugar, more like a melted sugar with the praline and the saffron with some leathery touches. That's what I'm getting from it. And it's just a beautiful, sexy combination. And then when you get that dry down, guys, with the musk and the cashmere wood. Oh, I love how this fragrance smells. It just is sexy. I don't get any oud here, which is fine for me. It's probably there, and maybe I'm not picking up on it, but this fragrance is perfect. It's perfect for an intimate date, for a cuddling type of situation. Or for me, I work in a hospital, I would wear this fragrance and I would rock it because it's not something that is offensive, that is going to upset people. Not in my opinion. I just love this fragrance. I think it's absolutely exquisite. So coming in at number 1, you guys, obviously is Tobacco 4. Did you guess that this was going to be my favorite fragrance? I didn't know this was going to be my favorite fragrance out of the bunch. I was shook. I'm still a little shook. Let me read the notes for you guys. Mandarin, white honey, geranium, vanilla, tobacco, oud. I almost didn't purchase this fragrance. I watched Keitra talk about it. She said it smelled like a wealthy, handsome man. And yes, I see that. This fragrance leans more masculine than feminine for sure. But there's something about this that's so sexy and so captivating. I feel like anybody can pull this off. If you're one who loves fragrances like Tobacco Vanille, Grand Soir, Vanille Fatale, Doza by Narcotica. If you like those fragrances, you will love this. You at least owe it to yourself to get your nose on it, okay? This one, when you spray it, you get a sweet mandarin. It smells good, orangey. But you get that honey followed right behind it, and it's so good and addictive smelling. And then that tobacco comes. The tobacco, it smells a little ashy to me at first. That quickly goes away, and you're left with this sweet tobacco note. Oh, it's addictive. And when the vanilla comes through, whew, this is so good to me. And I almost didn't buy it. I didn't think it was going to be my vibe, but I'm here for this fragrance, and you only need to spray a little bit. Out of all of these fragrances, this one is the strongest. This one projects. It lasts and lasts and lasts like the Energizer Bunny. Yes, you get the oud in here, but again, the oud is not off-putting. If you smell the oud in Vanilla Royale and you were okay with that, you will be okay with the oud in all of these fragrances, because I feel like it's the same type of oud. Just so good, so sexy. I would love to smell this on a man, and I shall. But I also love to smell this on myself. It just smells addictive. I love it. I'm so happy I have it. And yes, Tobacco 4 is my number 1 out of the bunch. I cannot wait to the Sephora sale, because we are going to purchase a full bottle of this fragrance. So in terms of price, just want to go over that real quick. The minis are $38, and that is for a 10 ml bottle. And then the 50 ml is $140. It's steep, you guys. That's why I'm waiting on the Sephora sale. Yes, these fragrances are becoming pricey. It's creeping into the danger zone of what I want to pay for a fragrance. But you know, you have to determine what is within your budget on if you want to spend that kind of money on these fragrances. I think they are all beautiful. I would absolutely love a full bottle of each and every one of them. First one is going to be Tobacco Oud for sure. But if you like Kayali fragrances, you looked at the notes of these, I would absolutely suggest getting your nose on them and see how you like them. I also want to say that I feel like with Kayali fragrances, along with a lot of other fragrances, but I did notice this with Kayali fragrances, with Navitas fragrances, don't just go off the first impression. You really need to play around with these to determine if you really like these fragrances. I feel like I need to try Invite Only again and Eden Juicy Apple again, because I wrote both of those off very quickly, but now I'm wondering if I should have given them another try. My Young Pistachio smells way better now than it did when I first purchased it. So that's just another tip that I would like to give you guys who are on the fence about Kayali fragrances. Give them a second, third wear. Like fragrances, period. Sometimes it's not going to always be love at first sniff. But these fragrances are beautiful. I really like every last one of them. The vanilla and the tobacco, woof, all of them really. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're still here and you haven't subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing to my channel, giving this video a thumbs up, and share my content. I would truly appreciate it. And until we meet again, guys, remember how blessed and highly favored you are. Stay safe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.